Hey guys, I'm Kim from BadGuy TV. Welcome to our new show, Basic Bios. This show where we take a hero or villain and we just kind of break their origin down for you. And today we are doing Adam Warlock. He first appeared in Fantastic Four number 66 in 1967. And at the time, the film Jesus Christ Superstar was a real big deal. So they kind of loosely based creating his character off Christ in that, but he was genetically created by a group of scientists called the Enclave, and they were like this group of evil space scientists that lived in the station way out, in the galaxy. In any case, they created him from scratch, and the whole idea is they were trying to make the perfect human slash soldier, because I think they planned on cloning him and making an army or something. But they created him inside a cocoon, and it looked a lot like a typical bug cocoon, just this big green pulsating nasty looking cocoon thing. And the whole time he was being created, he could hear everything that was going on. So he already knew about their schemes to destroy planets and stuff like that. So when he finally was done and he emerged from the cocoon, he immediately turned on the Enclave, destroyed all them, their little space base, and, flew off into deep space. After that, he went on, miscellaneous adventures through the years, and even at one point, hey, he was killed by Thor, and that's a pretty crazy one. All through the years, too, the cocoon, they kept that in his continuity. And it was like he'd go out, had to have adventures, and either die or, get hurt, and always end up emerging from the cocoon again. But he eventually ran into a character called the High Evolutionary. Now that's this big story arc that it's kind of important, but the High Evolutionary, the only thing that is really important about him is that he was in possession of something called the Soul Stone, which is an infinity gem. It gives you the ability to sense other people's souls and pull them inside of the stone. And inside the stone, there's a whole other dimension. It just looks like a barren planet. It's not barren, there's trees and water and all that. There's just no civilization of any kind. Usually that's how you see it depicted. And yeah, he was deeply connected with this stone throughout his continuity from there on out. So, he didn't show up a lot through the years, but every time he did, he was a major player. He was in several events. Let's go ahead and get into his power set. Adam Warlock has the ability to absorb massive amounts of the power cosmos. Let's see, the easiest way for me to explain the power cosmos would say here on Earth, electricity and current is kind of in the existence of everything. All people have a charge to electricity is part of everything. In the universe, it's the same idea. There's an energy that's part of the fabric makeup of the cosmos. And that's what the power cosmic is. And there are certain characters that can wield it, and typically these are the characters that in comics they're in space and they're talking, they can do everything fine, and there's no reasoning for it. A lot of them are connected to the power cosmos in some way. He could absorb massive amounts of that, so that gave him the ability to have increased endurance, increased speed, increased healing. He could shoot energy beams from his hands, and he has the ability to reduce gravity so that he can fly. Yeah, and that's pretty much his whole power set, but he's pretty OP, But, he was in a couple of really big events that happened through Marvel, and one of them, the Infinity Gauntlet. In the Infinity War, in the Infinity Watch, everything that connected to that, he was part of it. he eventually also spawned another character that was called Magus. That's an evil version of him from the future. But that is a whole other base bio show. So that's pretty much everything we got for him. I mean, he's got a pretty simple origin. It's pretty basic. So he had a few series of his own. You know, I definitely suggest you check him out because pretty soon we're going to see him in the movies.
Don't forget, please like and subscribe.